Around 20 years ago, people around the world started displaying a range of special powers and abilities. With each year, the number of these cases increased. The governments of the world needed a way to organize and regulate these people. My name is Angus, and I work for the Superhuman Action Response Team. With my partner Sal, I help document these powered individuals and their exploits. Because heroes don't do paperwork.
Hello, super citizens, and welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events, both big and small, in Super City. I'm one of your hosts, Angus. This is my other co-host, Sal. How you doing, Sal?
My keyboard is really
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, do you want to just shake it out over your desk?
But then my desk would be dirty.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm kind of between here.
Wow, I've never actually. I won't lie, Sal. You normally are a guy who always knows what to do. You generally have a formal written plan for whatever kind of problem you run into. I'm a little shocked that you're presented with such a task that is
It's a unique situation for me. I don't normally snack at my desk. I'm not much of a snacker, Angus. But
not anymore.
Not anymore. But as you're alluding to, my Bulkomax misadventure has resulted in me having all of these tantalizing looking crumbs left over in between my keys.
Okay. I don't. Okay, I'm here for you. I'm your support system, Sal, and I want to protect you, Sal. I think it would be best if you and I switched keyboards because I trust you and I value you and I hear you.
Right.
I just don't want you to be presented with these tantalizing crumbs that you describe them as tantalizing. I can see it from here. There's some hairs and some dust and stuff like that too, so they don't look that appetizing. So I want to prevent any kind of triggering or relapse or something like that. So I think it would be best if we switched keyboards. Would that be okay with you?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a good idea. I am finding myself not wanting to give up these crumbs.
Yeah. You're clutching the keyboard pretty tight to your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems to be involuntary. I know this is not what I should be doing, but nonetheless, I can't find myself to let it go.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well, is there any way I can make this keyboard more appealing? I guess.
For one, you could put all of the letter keys back into the appropriate
In the right
spot.
spots?
Yeah,
Okay,
I know
well,
you have your own way of doing things.
I do have my own way of doing it, and I
It's
appreciate it.
frustrating to look at, to have them all alphabetical.
It does. I think it makes more sense to have them alphabetical, because QWERTY or whatever it is, it's a little distracting. So I want it alphabetical order.
It leads to a cognitive dissonance, though, because the actual keys themselves have not changed what input they put on the screen.
Yeah,
so.
Very true. Very true. It's still complicated. A lot of my emails don't make a lot of sense. Some people are calling it stubborn that I've acknowledged that it's an inferior way of doing it, but I disagree. I don't think it's inferior. I think it's actually a better way of doing it. And one of these days it's going to click, and I'm going to send a perfectly worded email on the first try.
Okay, well, okay. You know what? Here's what's going to happen, Angus.
Okay.
I'm going to get up for a moment.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave the room, and whatever happens to the keyboards while I'm out of the room happens. And that way, my subconscious won't, act.
Hang on. So, if I do switch them while you're gone, though, who's to say? Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would leave you with you would notice.
Sal, the conscious mind of Sal would notice. Yes, most likely.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, why don't you just take a step outside real quick, and I'll fix this up.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna shake this out over the garbage can.
No, you put them back.
Sal, calm down. Calm down.
No. Oh God, so good. Oh, I guess
Sal,
I'm so weak.
Sal, that was a test. That was a test, Sal. I didn't dump any crumbs in that garbage can. I only dumped thumbtacks in that garbage can.
The pain, it's such a powerful teacher.
Yeah, it's twofold, right? You've got that physical pain of your mouth full of thumbtacks, and now you also know you were weak.
Oh.
I just want you to know I did this out of love.
I appreciate it. Oh. Oh,
Hey man, why don't you have some water here? And I promise this is water. Yeah, please.
okay, thank you. Oh, it's hard to wash the taste of thumbtack out of your mouth.
Yeah, you should probably spit. I didn't think you'd wash the thumbtacks down. I thought you were gonna spit them out and just kind of cleanse the wounds with water, but I feel like there were still a few in your mouth.
In my haste to eat Boko Max crumbs, I just sort of started swallowing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and here we
Hey
are.
man, it's okay. It's okay. Um we've got plenty of time today. We don't have a guest on the docket, so you and I can wait a second.
Hmm.
Is this your handwriting, Sal?
No, that's far too loopy for.
Yeah, right. It's like every letter is a very elaborate
Mhm.
calligraphy. I oh okay. Well, do you Sal? Do you know who this person is sitting here? I guess
Uh,
it,
Sitting here across the table from us.
yeah, with the microphone and headphones on. I
No, their name tag
okay.
reads Lionella.
Yeah. I guess please welcome to the show, Lionella Bosworth.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
He-
Yeah.
Hello. Can we help you? We're
Yeah, how'd you get in here?
yeah.
Well, I was given access to the basement by my employers. I was contracted by the Superhuman Action Response Team. Is this the right place?
Uh, yeah. That's
Oh,
technically this whole building is a superhuman action response team building.
And this is the
Um,
basement.
and this
oh,
is the basement. So I guess someone sent you here. What?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, my
My
name is
name's
Leonella. So, sorry to just sit here and put on the
Hey.
equipment. That's sort of awkward. But I
No.
don't quite know what you're doing here. But yeah, I was sent here. I'm a paranormal investigator, so a PI,
Oh,
sometimes known as a private paranormal investigator, so PPI.
a PPI.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Leonella. I'm
Oh,
Angus.
cool.
This is Sal Bedfellow. We work down here, and the thing we're doing right now, I guess, is I'm making a podcast. This is to
Oh,
inform the people of Super City what the goings on, both big and small, are.
oh,
With
that's
his
super neat.
co-host Sal Bedfellow.
This co-host Sal Bedfellow, of course. Yeah, so it's a pleasure to have you, I guess. Wow, a paranormal investigator. So that's like
Mhm.
ghosts and stuff.
Well, not just limited to ghosts,
Okay.
general paranormal activity, yeah, but mainly ghosts. But, I was really hired. I hear there was a disturbance here. I was hired to come and just check it out. I'm an
Oh,
expert in the domain, so I'm here to just kind of help you guys resolve this issue.
right. Okay. Okay. Of course.
Leonella, there are a fair amount of disturbances down here. If you wouldn't mind being a bit more specific about the disturbance you're here for, just so we know how to sort of frame this session.
Yeah, a lot of messed up things have happened down here. I think I know
Sure.
which ballpark you're
All
in.
right. Well, let me just check my notes real quick here. So, okay. Well, we see there's been some, I don't know, there was some travel influencer,
Oh,
and something about a demon.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. That was a couple weeks back. We had a travel influencer, Parker McKinley, on the
Hmm.
show. And very late in the show, it was, yeah, we realized that he was a demon. And that he was feeding, Sal, I believe he was feeding off the power of his followers on Instagram. Um, he
Yes,
was
and then he
also,
would travel the world by possessing various people, sort of
Oh, oh,
exploding into them.
yeah, he was kind of,
diabolical.
yeah.
Wow.
So I'm sure this isn't, is that common? Demons, exploding from outside, from inside people's bodies and whatnot.
Absolutely. This is something we see quite often, not usually around the globe. Like, that's quite a powerful
Yeah.
individual to do that. Like, usually locally we see it or in the same room, but not across different
Yeah,
lines.
we thought it was best. Oh God, I might be getting a bit of a reprimand here. We thought it was best that we contain his threat. So we deleted his Instagram app, which effectively trapped him inside of his phone, and
Yeah,
then we placed the phone in a circle of salt so
it's right
that
there.
yeah. Oh, it's actually, yeah, it's still
Oh,
right there.
it's still here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not touching
Oh
that.
my goodness.
We were
Oh.
supposed to send it up the chain, but things pile up at work, and you kind
Mhm.
of just forget.
Oh,
And actually, let me move these papers. Yeah, it's right. It's right here.
It's like literally there right on your desk in Salt.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not typically what we would see. It's not quite up to code in terms of the containment that we would like to see. Okay, I'm just going to make some notes here on the risk level of this.
Please. Oh, is this a high risk level? Low? This is probably not a big deal. We've contained dust.
Well, we have a grid for that. So we have what we call the PCRA score. So that's the Paranormal Complexity and Risk Assessment score. I'm rated up to, I have accreditation up to level 4. So this is, this might be a level 5. I'm just trying to assess the situation right now. So
all this bureaucracy is stirring something within me. This PPI business sounds great. While you're sort of assessing the situation, you mind maybe speaking a bit more about it? This is riveting stuff. Oh my.
About the risk, well, we look at the different risks in terms of sort of the ESP scale, right? So we're looking at not typically what other people use for ESP. My ESP is emotional, which is like how much do you feel when you're around the entity, because it could be like very dramatic or nothing. Secretions, so what kind of residue, ectoplasm, whatever is laying around. I do see a tiny bit of ectoplasmic response on that keyboard over there, so I would probably contain that as well. Maybe replace that with a new keyboard. Would be something to look at. And also P for physical. So like if there's a corporeal aspect, if they're poltergeist, they can move things. So we look at the kind of the ESP score to see like what's the impact.
Wow, this guest really knows their stuff.
Yeah. Wow. You sound very prepared. That is a shockingly effective system. It sounds like. Wow. Well, I always love to ask this. You mentioned ESP, and that to me always screams like extra sensory perception type things, or like psychic abilities. Do you have a power that kind of helps you do this work well?
Well, my power is a little bit unusual, I would say. I have the power of when I lie down, my ears close completely, so I hear nothing.
That's
so,
amazing.
Well, it wouldn't seem very useful, except that at night, like in my profession, I'm around a lot of paranormal activity. A lot of times, people want to contact me, ghosts and whatnot. So there's a lot of chatter. Okay. So when I sleep at night, my ears close and I don't hear, the talking or people trying to contact their, loved ones or whatever.
Yeah.
So
now I have a follow-up question about that explanation of your powers. Let's say you're lying down swimming. Do your ears close, preventing water from getting into your ears?
Yes.
Wow. This is amazing.
I actually also have a question because this power is fascinating to me. What do you do for what's your alarm clock situation like? Like, how do you get up on time in the morning? Do you get up on time?
Great question. I have a like a sunrise lamp, the one that simulates the sunrise right beside. Yeah.
Sure, so it just blasts you with light.
Yeah, I'm a fairly light sleeper, so that's not. Yeah, so it's a very bright light that goes there. I've experimented with the bed shaking ones. With limited success, and it's hard to keep a partner, in bed with you if you want to do that, have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My apartment is somehow both above one set of train tracks and below another. So whenever a train goes by, it rattles. It's very loud, and I kind of got that I've got a shaky bed that wakes me up too. But it would be nice not having to worry about my phone notifications and stuff like that, and just being able to sleep and being really present, really present in that sleeping. Do you sleep well normally?
Oh yeah, like a log too. I do find my powers too, like they're helpful on the job because as you can imagine, my job is pretty stressful. Like it could be like if an entity is very aggressive or talking or making lots of spooky noises or whatever, I can actually inside the job just lie down on the floor for a few minutes and just get some mindfulness, get some breathing, calm myself down, and then I can continue. So
what percent of ghosts would you say, or what kind of anomalies do you work with? What percentage would you say are just auditory?
Oh gosh, most, I would say. Yeah.
This is the good kind of thing for our listeners too, of if you start hearing voices in your old abandoned house or whatever, it's probably just talk, all bark no bite kind of thing, which is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and that's why a lot of our tools and stuff in our toolkit are very auditory based, right? So we got sound sensors, we have all these things to kind of track and record the recording, so we can actually, detail it out. And sometimes it's not easy to hear with your own ears, so using equipment that's higher sensitivity can actually pull out the sounds that we're looking for.
I mean, I would love to hear so you've been doing this for a while, I guess. Are you new to the field of? Are you experienced
Oh no,
PPI?
I'm very experienced. I'm kind of the unit head of my group here. I've been doing it for about 15 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I don't typically do. I'm not necessarily in the field all the time, or if there's an extra, like a complicated case, I will be a consultant on that, and I'll have my my team come in and do the grunt work for me, setting up the equipment and whatnot.
Okay.
So, Lionella, I'm now very interested in your assessment of our supernatural entity here. Can we maybe assist with your ESP in assessing this presence?
Absolutely. So let's go in order. And I we are very regimented in our grids and our assessments because oftentimes when you're feeling a lot of these emotional or sensory inputs, it's hard to maintain composure in terms of finding. So we find following a grid and an outline really helps calm you down and just do it in order. It's kind of methodical in that way.
I won't lie. That's a really good art, because Sal and I have been doing this for a while now, and he's been trying to get me on board for a lot more like systems and rules and kind of procedure and process and stuff like that. And I have to say, this is so far from you, this is the most compelling argument I've ever heard for like having a rigorous like plan that one must follow, like a guidelines.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you can't have your whole life like rules and guidelines, right? Like I go to the grocery store. I go to the grocery store and I buy an item that's not on the list, for example, once in a while. So
You're losing me, Lionella.
Well, you have to let loose sometime. So come on.
Would you say that's the most exciting part of your day to day? Is when you get that odd like, you know what, I'm gonna grab this pack of gum.
It's pretty exciting. Yeah. Pretty exciting. All right, so back to the ESP here. We can,
yes.
So emotional. Okay, so can you just describe for me what kind of emotional impact this last entity had on both of you?
Aggravated.
Yeah, annoyed.
Oh.
Annoyed. Well, he's very wealthy, so he's kind of got that air about him.
Frustrated with class inequality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been on our minds a lot lately. What else? There's a strong sense of entitlement coming from this person, from this entity.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though we're being looked down on, myself in particular. Yeah.
Did you feel a lot of like oppressive, like dark energy on you? Like just kind of like, oh, like a sense of dread came across you, or was it more just like annoyance and like light?
I think the sense of dread came later, but certainly I think that kind of appeared. I think Sal would agree that that eventually appeared for us.
Certainly when the horn started poking through his flesh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not go ahead in the physical scale yet.
Gotcha.
Remember, we're doing ESP. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. No, of course. I don't want to jump the gun on this. So yeah. So emotional. I think that's it for emotional.
Okay, great. So let's move on to secretion. So have you noticed any residue other than maybe you haven't noticed the keyboard, but are there other any sticky substances, anything like, okay, here, Angus, can you just try this light and shine it over your desk and see if you see any?
I don't know if we need to do that. This is.
I guess you just have to shine the light over your desk.
But we didn't do the interview at my desk. He cut Sal's desk in. No, Sal, don't use the lights.
Oh wow.
I can explain all of this.
This is a lot of secretion.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just okay.
That's not what we're looking for.
I can explain.
Are you doing more research?
Yeah, I'm doing more. This is all research, and a lot of this is sweat and grease, like from like working on things. But it's definitely not ectoplasm, so I think we can move on.
Okay, all right. Now let's check. So just check the desks. Do we see any other any differently colored?
I don't know if it's ectoplasm, but smoke kind of comes out of the phone every now and then.
Yes.
Oh,
It,
okay.
it is usually followed by some mean text messages. I don't know how his phone got our numbers, but he'll send me a mean text message, and then I won't respond, and then he'll be like, please let me out of the phone. Please. He'll turn like
He keeps
pitiful, like
calling
pity.
Angus Daddy Angus, and he calls me Mommy
Mommy
Sal.
Sal. Yeah, it's very upsetting stuff.
And you don't respond to these texts, is that correct?
Usually not. No.
What? Whoa. You have responded?
Well, sometimes like, yeah, I'm at home and I'm just like, I'm watching a movie and he'll just text me and be like, "Hey, you up?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Okay, so it's going to be important going forward not to respond to that because it can create the chain through the neural network of the internet to actually extend the powers, like actually
Oh,
restore the powers. So if you did that enough and more responses, it would actually
God.
create the network back to the phone, and he would actually have his influencers back. So let's refrain
Okay.
from doing that from now
Okay.
on. But yeah,
Tell you what.
okay.
Yep. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up my phone. I'm gonna block this number.
Yeah,
No,
great.
thank you. No, thank you, Parker.
Wait,
Blocked.
hold on. Who's this other contact in your phone here? It just got heart, bay, heart.
No. That's not important. That's not part of this.
It's a
That's not
lot of
part.
very,
Yeah.
you're very
It's what the.
speaking very cutesy in these text messages.
What? Can I have my phone back,
Well,
please?
hold on, I'm not done scrolling through here.
This is Sal. You're not supposed. Sal, this is rude. Sal.
Is your nickname here Pumpy Nickel?
Yeah. I joined a bread club. Okay, it's a thing. That is the gang. It's kind of like a bread gang, and that's my nickname right now. The Pumpy Nickel.
Like you make the bread, or like you buy bread, or you take pictures of bread. What kind of
Yeah,
club?
yeah. It's just pretty much all those things. Just bread enthusiasts. You make
Hmm.
some bread. You make some
Some
really
of
good
these
bread. You
images here,
share it.
you guys are very enthusiastic about bread.
Yeah, we're excited about bread.
Yeah.
Right.
Come to
I don't.
think of it, there's a bit of yeast stain on your desk. I noticed too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes
that's
a lot of sense.
that's what it is. That's a lot of it is I was making breads. There's dough, there's flour and stuff like that. Some oils. I was kneading dough at my desk, and yeah, totally what it was.
Is that what they're
Mhm.
calling it now? Kneading dough at the desk?
Come on, Sal.
I'm sorry.
All right, so let's just finish up. I got to get back for lunch
Right.
here, but the all right, I just want to do a thing before we move on from secretion. I just want to get you guys to put on these night vision goggles with a recording. So I'll give you one each. Here you
Okay,
go,
sure.
and here
Wow.
you go.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we put them on. I'm just going to flick the light off really quickly, and we're
Yep.
going to scan the room and just see if there's any markings that would indicate, the type of demon that we're talking about here. So I'm just going to flick the switch here off, and all right. Oh boy, on the ceiling above
Wow.
us. Do you
Wow.
see that?
Yeah, it's calling us basic.
Yeah. Call. I didn't notice this before. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a bunch of like markings above your head
Huh.
there. Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
Is that Latin?
Yep. Definitely Latin.
What is this? What is it written in? Oh, one sec. It tastes. What is this written in? What does this taste like?
Oh, let me get my finger on that.
Yeah, Sal, why don't you just?
Well, it's tangy.
Is it? Is it blood?
Oh, hold on. I'll take it on the
Yeah.
expert side. I also have my kit. Hold on. I'm just going to take out my blood testing kit.
Oh yeah, we do things a little bit differently down here in the
Yeah.
basement. We're a taste testing group here. That's a
The
lot
old
of how.
sharp motto: mouths first.
Wow. Yeah. So blood. Okay. So this will tell me. This tool will tell me what type of blood it is. So it's not. I mean, yes, blood, but like what type of blood is really
Of course,
important because I'm
that
not
makes a
how
big
it's a
deal.
demon. Yeah. Oh, this one is bat blood. Very interesting choice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Um,
that's not good.
that's definitely not good.
So we
This
may need
is
to go.
very hard to come by. Somebody very rich would have had to have bought, procured this.
Kind of wish I didn't put it in my mouth now. Okay, bat blood. Okay, okay. Well, is this like a curse or something then? Like
Oh,
what is the?
definitely some hexing going on.
Okay.
It seems like it wasn't quite complete. I don't know if it was really hastily done here, but all right. So I'll just take note of it that as part of the containment, we need to remove that. So I would just maybe recommend that you don't try to invest any money in the maybe a few weeks, okay, before we contain that.
Oh
All right.
boy.
Now I've got a question. Is there maybe a chant or incantation you could lead us in to maybe break this hex or at least reduce its effects?
We can certainly try. Let's do that. I'm typically not part of the containment unit. I'm more the investigative unit.
Gotcha.
But in school I did learn stuff. So if it's emergency that you must invest money. I mean, this is clearly wishing ill wealth upon you. So
I just want to feel safe again.
okay. Well, all right. Let's. So what we're gonna do is do a chant, and
Alright.
it's just lipsum alorum is the we just say that over and over 3 times. All right.
All
So
right.
we
Do
have
we
to
have to
say it
say
all
it all at
together,
the same time?
same time, and holding hands. Yep. So here.
Oh, okay.
grab
All
hands.
right. Let's hold hands. Okay.
Okay. And 3, 2, 1.
Lipsum alorum. Lipsum
Lipsum
alorum.
alorum. Lipsum
Lipsum
alorum.
alorum.
Right. Okay.
I
So you
feel
see
good
how it
already.
kind of glow. It did a little glow, and then it faded a little bit. So I think we're
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, at the very least, I feel safer. And at the end of the day, isn't that the most important thing?
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure. Well, sure. We'll go with that. There are some dangerous entities, so but I think you're safe. I don't think this is definitely not a violent hex. Okay,
Okay,
so
that's
your
good. It's
life
more
is not in
it just
danger.
wants us. Well, it just wants us to be more broke. But jokes on Parker. I'm already broke. So
Well, that's good. So just so I can complete my grid here, so we're talking about physical. So what I mean, you seem to have been surprised that this entity was there. So I'm assuming they were in corporeal form at the time
yes.
of the meeting. Were there other indications about the physical aspects? Was the entity able to actually move things, interact with its environment? What other? You said that there were horns that materialized. Like, can you speak more about that?
Yeah. So he kind of started off as All right. Picture a travel influencer. He looked
A what?
exactly kind. Yeah, it's
What?
not entirely clear what that is. It's like a rich person that travels in the hopes that other people envy them and also want to travel. It's very weird and strange.
Oh,
To describe his appearance a bit, it was loose, sort of flowing
Mhm.
pants,
Robes almost even.
was it
robes,
linen? Linen pants?
linen pants.
I,
Yes,
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. They
uh,
looked.
he
You
had
wouldn't
hair.
imagine how many demons wear linen. Like, really weird. Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for next time I see someone buying linen pants. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye out. Sal, he had sunglasses, right? That he wouldn't take off.
Sunglasses
Um,
that he said traveled with him no matter where he went.
yeah, and and
Uh-huh.
and the smoke was kind of coming out from those. As Sal said, he had horns that eventually sprouted out of his head once the jig was up, so to speak.
Hmm.
Okay. Where are the sunglasses now?
Oh,
They're
I
actually
don't.
on the phone there.
Yeah, they kind of
The
just make
phone
it
is
look
sort
like
of
a
wearing.
weird.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
his sunglasses, not
yeah.
Angus's sunglasses. Oh
No,
my gosh.
no.
Okay. So this is what we would call kind of a talisman, like
Oh,
so the font of power would kind of reside in these.
okay.
Um, Kind of like if you're a Harry Potter fan, it'd be like a Horcrux sort of thing.
I never
Uh,
read them, but I
yeah,
think I.
I don't know. I heard about that.
I played some D&D. Would you say it's like a lich's phylactery?
Yeah, something similar like that.
Cool. All
That
right, then I'm on board.
that's a great
Now,
word. Yeah.
I've neither read Harry Potter nor played Dungeons and Dragons,
Oh, Sal, you'd love it.
but if I'm understanding this correctly, is this maybe like a insulin pump for a diabetic?
Um,
Uh,
like in the sense that if you take it away, it wouldn't survive. Is that
That's what I'm getting at.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
sure, yeah.
You know what? It kind of is, I think. Okay, so what should we do with these sunglasses then? Obviously, they need to be put into some kind of containment, or are we destroying them? Like
Oh, I
what?
think we need to destroy it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and that'll
So you're
send.
saying I should not have worn them?
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wait, Sal,
Um,
did you wear them too?
what?
Oh, you wore? Yeah. Well, they look
Yeah,
Well,
nice.
I tried them on the other day. They look kind of cool.
let me
They
get
made
this
me
straight.
feel.
You
Yeah.
you put the phone with salt around it. You
Mhm.
both took turns wearing the sunglasses,
Yeah.
and you're
Yes.
responding to the demon via text.
Yes.
Okay.
Also we just recently ingested some bat blood.
Yes. Hex
Is
bad
that
blood.
are those bad things?
And you've touched the keyboard that also had the residue, correct? Did both of you touch the keyboard or just one?
Yeah, there was a struggle with keyboards earlier, so we probably both touched it. Yeah, I think
Yep.
so.
Okay. Oh boy. So this isn't great. I think we're up. I'm gonna just up this PCRA score here to gosh, we might be getting. I thought it was a 2, but we're looking at 3 or 4 right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
that whole scale is starting to get very red. Is that a good thing?
Yeah, no, that's not a good thing. No, I mean, nobody's in danger. Let's just stay calm about it. But
you are backing away from us though a little bit.
Yeah. I think we need to probably contain this whole area. Yeah. Do you have food in here? Is there a way for you to? Is there a washroom facility and food that you have access to?
Yeah, there's like a sink back there, like one of those washer dryer sinks that you find in your mudroom, and I think we've got there's like
half
a cold
pack of Mr. Noodle.
Yeah, and then there's a cold storage container back there with God knows what. Probably there's some food in there. Yeah, why? What's up?
Okay, I'm just wondering if we seal the area, would you? How many days do you think you could survive?
Oh, I mean, couple weeks, if not months.
Ah, okay.
Oh, interesting. You're in the doorway now.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's that sign that says "Do not enter"? You're putting up.
Yeah, just let me put this tape on here real quick. I've got some, I gotta get my kit here. Got the ceiling tape. I'm just gonna foam the door a little bit.
With all that tape in front of it now. Huh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna seal this up.
Why are you nailing little wooden blocks underneath the door to prevent it from opening?
Yeah, it's just a precaution. Nothing to worry about. Just we all have a means of communication. Do you have phone chargers in there so you can communicate?
We got our computers and stuff like that. Okay, well.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna rate this all up. It shouldn't take more than probably 5 business days to get my report in.
That's
and I'm just gonna write up my response about this. Nothing to worry about. Stay calm. Everything's great. So really, let's not touch the sunglasses anymore. We'll keep them in the salt there. I don't have the equipment to actually cleanse it at the moment, but I'll send someone right away. So in 5 days, I'll have my report in. Probably another 5 to 10 business days for someone to come and do the containment. Any questions that you guys have for me?
When will we be allowed to leave?
Yeah, when can we leave?
Oh, after that, because you're sort of part of the containment. I'm fairly certain. Okay. Just let me do one last scan before I head out here. Okay. Yeah. So you have a little bit of an influence. You've started to be influenced by the demon a little bit. Yeah. So
I am wearing linen pants.
Yeah. Oh, have you been tweeting out or have you been doing any social media?
I mean,
outside of the ordinary. Have you been posting strange things that you wouldn't normally post?
I mean, I was posting to Instagram the other day. I kind of blacked out while I was doing it, and when I kind of came back to it, my nose was really bloody. But I had a lot of followers after that, so I figured whatever I did was the right thing to do.
I've had a habit lately of going out to restaurants and ordering nice meals and taking photos, but not eating it.
Okay. Oh, this is a bit worse than I thought. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you close that door, we're not going to be able to leave. So just. Oh, wait. Oh. Sal, she just locked us in.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not great. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna do it for us here at Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. For those of you listening at home, try to do the right thing, and maybe send us some food or something. Hey everybody, Angus here. Sal Bedfellow was played by Matthew Wally. Lionella Bosworth was played by Sarah Mckinnon. Sarah, Matthew, and I are all members of the Dungeons & Dragons inspired improv team, Quest Friends Forever. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Quest Friends Forever. If you want to support the show, or any of the other wonderful shows at PodCavern, try using the Amazon affiliate link at podcavern.com. It won't change your prices at all when you're shopping online, but it'll kick a little bit of money back to us. Thanks for listening.